Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today, what I wanted to do is a product roundup video. I find on my channel that unless a product is an absolute favorite or I use it in a first impressions, I really never talk about products again, which I want to be able to start talking about more products on my channel. Even if I dislike them, I want to share that information with you. Instead of having like monthly favorites, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have monthly or every other month, I want to have these roundup videos where I just talk about all the products that I've been using. I can put them in different categories and just let you know if I think they're worth your money, if they're not, if they're a fail, or if they're just an okay product. But I wanted to be able to talk about products more often. So in this video, because this is the first one, I am talking about some products that I've had for quite some time, but I've really been able to use them up. I want to start off this series just going really in depth with the products I've had so far, and from then on I will just go over the products that I tested in that month. So hopefully this sounds like something you'd be interested in. Let me know down below. Also give this a thumbs up if you do like this type of video where I don't just talk about my favorites, but I also talk about products that are kind of in between and ones that are fails. And also, I will continue to do favorite videos when I get a large amount of products that I absolutely love. I will do an entire dedicated favorites video, but it is kind of rare that I get an entire large group of products because I don't buy a ton of products all the time. I normally just buy products that speak to me, or I buy a product here or there, but I'm a little more picky about products I buy, and a lot of the times I find I pretty much love everything I do buy because I do a lot of research before I buy those products. Alright, so after the longest intro ever, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So a product that I did do a dedicated video for, it was the OPV Beauty. This is the Born to Shine blush palette. This is a really nice blush palette. They have some really cool, very bright, summery, springy type color. I used this in a video and it was extremely pigmented, so I've been using this quite a lot more often. I do really enjoy the tones that are in here, the colors. I really like that they are so pigmented and so bright, definitely unique. I don't have anything like this. The one thing that I will say about this product is that they don't seem to blend extremely well. You have to be really careful not to apply too much because it's kind of hard to blend them out. It's hard to get a natural look with this palette, but if you do a light hand, you know, swirl your brush and tap it off and then just apply a very small amount. Probably start back here so you get the most pigment back here and then kind of just blend it out. You can get a really beautiful effect, but you do have to be extra careful with this palette because it is so pigmented. If you normally find yourself heavy-handed with products or blushes, I would say probably skip this one. It is a gorgeous palette, really beautiful color, but if you, like I said, if you're heavy-handed, this will definitely get out of hand very quickly. But if you can tap your brush it and just build up really slowly, this is a beautiful palette. One product that I did purchase, but I actually did return because I wasn't a huge fan of it, it was the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. So I did try this out because I saw it everywhere and I did not like the finish on my skin. It was a little heavy. It did have really nice coverage for a CC cream, but it was a little heavy. I didn't personally like the formula on my skin, so I did actually just return that one just because it wasn't my favorite, and I don't really want to keep products that I dislike in my collection. I definitely have some products in my collection that I didn't like, but maybe I got them from either a BoxyCharm or it was too late to return them, or I'm going to use them for a video. I returned the e.l.f. one, and then I did buy the Milani. It was the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. So this one I also did not like, and I did return this one. This one actually made me a little upset. I hate when it is a very, very sheer to light coverage product, but it looks heavy. If my skin is going to look heavy, I will have full coverage, but I never want to look heavy and cakey with something that is so sheer as a tinted hydrator. I didn't like how it looked around my nose. It looked very heavy, very cakey, kind of gummed up a little bit. Hated that product, so I did return that. But then I did get the new Wet n Wild. This is the Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator, and I love this. So this has hyaluronic acid and squalane. This is a beautiful, beautiful product. So I returned the Milani and I replaced it with this one. If you're looking for a skin tint, something very lightweight that looks very lightweight on the skin, but can also like kind of even out your skin tone, I would go with the Wet n Wild one. This one's beautiful. It looks so gorgeous and glowy, really hydrating to the skin. The only problem with this for me personally, which is why it's not an absolute favorite, is because it does have squalane, which I have found does break out my skin. So that's super sad. I really love the appearance of this product. It's really inexpensive. I like it a lot. but it does break me out, so I can only use this every once in a while. It's still worth it to me to wear this product because it does have such a beautiful appearance on the skin, and I will pull this out maybe on a boat day or something I'm doing outside that I need just a tiny bit of coverage, and I love the finish of this. So like I said, if you were looking for something from the drugstore that is like a hydrated skin tint, hydrated moisturizer, this one is so great from Wet n Wild. I haven't talked a whole lot about hair products on my channel, but I do use quite a lot, so I'd like to start incorporating those into my videos a little bit. So I do have two products that I've purchased recently and I'd like to talk to you about. First one is this Hask Chia Seed Volumizing Dry Shampoo. This is a really great dry shampoo. I have been using quite a few different dry shampoos, and a lot of them leave my hair feeling not oily but heavy and weighed down. Your roots feel kind of gunky. This is the first one I've tried that actually makes my hair feel and look clean. It doesn't leave that heavy look where, yes, it absorbs the oil, but then your roots kind of feel gross. This actually makes your hair feel clean. It smells really nice. It is from the drugstore, so it's very inexpensive. I believe it's $5 or $6. I purchased this on a recommendation from, say, shades of Cassie Thatcher. She is an incredible YouTuber. I'm sure you've all seen her before. She's been on here for a very long time. I really trust her recommendations, so I did purchase this on a recommendation from her, and it is an incredible product. So the next product, I'm actually going to show you how it works because my hair is feeling a little bit flat, so I'm going to show you. But this is the Lanza Keratin Healing Oil Hair Plumper. I actually purchased this on mistake. I thought it was going to be a hair oil, which I needed a thicker hair oil for my ends. But this is a hair plumping finishing spray. I didn't know what it did. I didn't even know. It said shake well, spray directly into wet or damp hair for desired plumping and finishing results. So it says it's supposed to like expand your hair follicle and make it look thicker and fuller. So I have been using this a ton, and I'm going to show you kind of what it does. So what I do is I lift my hair up and I kind of just spray it at the root and then pull it up a little bit, like just like that. And then you just zhoosh it up a little bit. I don't know what magic is in this, but my hair feels so much thicker and so much fuller with this spray. It really does plump my hair. If you can see this side, with a little bit of zhooshing versus this side, it's very flat, and this side looks just full. I really love it because it's kind of like a volumizing spray, but it's not crusty or sticky or tacky. It feels like I haven't put anything in my hair, but it just gives it a great plumping feel. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side so you can see both of them. So I kind of just lift it and spray it, kind of spray it at the roots and zhoosh it. Alright, so look at that volume. It is such an incredible product. It's a tad bit expensive. Totally worth it. I love it. It smells really great. Doesn't leave me any weird residue in my hair. And it does just add a lot of volume and thickness to my hair because I have kind of thinner hair. Definitely find it's not thick at all, but this gives me the feeling of thick, full hair. A setting spray that I've wanted to try for a really long time. I finally purchased this. This is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So I have been using this a lot. I'm down about 2/3 of it. This is a really great one if you're feeling extremely dehydrated, extremely dry, if you're looking powdery. The only problem with this is it is oily. It is a bit heavy. So I always cover my eyes and my mascara and my eyeshadow when I'm applying this, just because it does absolutely ruin your eye makeup if you apply this on top of it. So as long as I cover my eyes, this is an extremely glowy, heavy, very hydrating spray. Very a little bit oily. So if you have oily skin, you will not like this. If you have dry skin, I would definitely suggest this one. It's quite expensive, and there are better ones at the drugstore for sure. But if you've been looking at this one and wondering if you would like it, if you have dry skin, I would absolutely go for it. It's so glowy and beautiful. I can look a little heavy around my mouth after I've done my concealer to line up my lips. I just spray a little bit of this around my mouth, and it just looks so glowy and beautiful. So this is a really great one if you have extremely dry skin, or if you are dealing with extremely dry looking makeup. I would suggest adding a finishing spray like this, something that would make it look very finished and glowy. Spray this on top of your very dry skin or dry makeup, and it will just mesh everything together and look really great. Next is the Catrice. This is the True Skin Hydrating Foundation. I did do a video using this. I will have that linked down below if you'd like to see it. I absolutely love the finish of this foundation. I really think it is an incredible hydrating foundation from the drugstore with really great coverage. One thing I will say about this foundation, and I did note that in the video I did previously, is as you wear it, it does start getting a little oily. So if you have oily skin, I would skip this one. If you have dry skin, this is incredible. It is so beautiful. I actually love the appearance of this foundation after 4 or 5 hours more than I do when I first apply it. It is gorgeous when you first apply it, but as you wear it, it just starts meshing in with your skin. It starts getting a little bit more dewy, and it wears a really long time. It looks gorgeous. I really love this. So if you have dry skin and you have an issue with your foundation getting drier as you wear it, this will be your best friend. This is a gorgeous, inexpensive foundation from the drugstore, and I would highly suggest this one if you have very dry skin like I do. I have been using the Beauty Bakery blending sponges. They come in this really cute egg carton. They look like a tiny little Easter egg. So when I first used this, I did really like it. It is very soft. It feels really nice on the skin. But what I noticed using these blenders is that it absorbs a ton of the product. It really gives you the most sheer application that you can get from a sponge. This gives it to you. If you're wanting a very sheer application of foundation, these would work great for you. I personally want the max coverage of that foundation. If I'm going to go for sheer coverage, I will put on a sheer foundation, and if I want max coverage, I will put on a heavier, fuller coverage foundation. So I don't want my sponge to decide the amount of coverage I'm going to get. I will decide that with the foundation I choose. So I'm not a huge fan of these. I probably won't be using these anymore just because they did take up a ton of the product on my face. I have a ton of lip products that I've purchased recently I wanted to give you a bit of a review on, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them all up and kind of talk a little bit about them. So the first one, this is the Too Faced Melted MAC Liquefied Lip, and this is in Child Star. This is a really great cool tone neutral. I like this a lot. There's that color. I really like this lipstick because you can apply a very cool tone lip liner, and it adds a lot of kind of grayish to it. You can add a warmer. It makes it a little bit warmer. This is a very versatile liquid lipstick. Enjoy the formula. It's not super drying, but it does last a really long time. I don't do a ton of liquid lipsticks, but this is a really great everyday kind of neutral liquid lipstick. Next is the Nyx Suede. I have this in Dainty Daze. So this is a really incredible soft velvety type formula. I really love how it feels on the lips. It just feels so comfortable, so soft and velvety. It's a beautiful color. I like this shade a lot, and I think these Nyx Suede matte lipsticks are really great. Next I have another NYX lipstick. This is one of their matte lipsticks, and this is in the color Butter. I like this tone a lot because it is a very cool tone, kind of grayier lipstick. There is that lipstick. I do like this formula a lot. It's a very comfortable matte. I definitely like the suede a lot better. They feel velvety on the lips. These are a bit more drying, but I absolutely love this color. This is a very great, unique, grayish kind of cool tone lipstick. I love this a lot. The next lip product is the NYX Shine Loud lipstick. I have this in Global Citizen. This is not my favorite lipstick. It definitely does exactly what it's intended to do. You can apply the liquid lipstick, let it sit for 60 seconds, and then you can apply the gloss, and then it does not transfer. It stays a really long time, but it does not wear very well. It wears really kind of poorly like other liquid lipsticks do, so I don't really like how it wears. I love the color. There is the color. It is a really dark kind of neutral nude. I do love the color. I like the formula for what it does, and it does feel comfortable once you put the gloss on, but it does not wear super great. So if you intend on having this last as long as possible without reapplication, this one's not the one, but it does do exactly what it's intended to. I just probably wouldn't repurchase this, and I won't buy other colors. And then I did try the Dominique Cosmetics lip liner. This is in Crush. This is a really great brownie pink tone. These are really great. They're extremely creamy. They're just a twist up. I really like that. I do have another one of these coming in a darker brown color because I did like the formula. And there is that color. I like it a lot. It is a really great mid-tone pink. It's a really great lip liner for every day, and I do like how they feel. They're very creamy, and they do last a really long time. I have been testing out 3 new concealers. The first one is the Milani Supercharged. This is actually a brightening under eye tint. So I've been using this. I did a video also, and I will have that link down below, where I compare this to the Becca Under Eye Corrector, and I show you the different types of formulas there are for under eye tints. So this is the peach. It's definitely a little dark for me. I will be purchasing the pink because I do want to see how that compares a little bit better to the Becca one. This definitely has a light sheer coverage type formula, but it's very silky and smooth, very water-like, has just a right amount of coverage if you were needing just a tiny bit of under eye correcting, something maybe when you're not wearing any other makeup but you want a little bit of coverage. This is a really great one. Next is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Concealer. I really love this one. I think this is a really, really great drugstore concealer. It is creamy, it's thick, it has really good coverage, but it's not drying. It has more of a skin-like satin finish. Love this a lot. It does sit down really well. It does crease just a little bit more than some of my other ones, but it is only $4. So if you were looking for a really inexpensive concealer that works really well, I would definitely suggest this one. I think it's a really good full coverage concealer that's not matte and is not drying at all. This is the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer in Light with Vitamin C. This is so gorgeous. This is my new favorite, very lightweight concealer. This is what I will use when I'm going on the boat, when I'm going camping, when I want lightweight coverage. This is what I will use. This is what I used today. I did put a little bit more of a fuller coverage concealer just on the inner corners. This is so gorgeous. Okay, let me show you what this concealer looks like. Let's wait till it gets a little dark. So it has a very sheer light coverage, but look at that glow. It is so beautiful. It's the most illuminating, shiny, glowy concealer with very sheer coverage, but it looks so great on the skin. I've done this underneath other concealers if I wanted a little bit more coverage. I have done this where I did full coverage and then it was looking a little dry, so I put a little bit just on the inner corner and a little bit out here, and it looks so gorgeous. It almost revives any other type of concealer you put on. If it's too heavy and too cakey, throw a little bit of this on, hydrates it, makes it look great. This is a really great touch-up concealer. Also, if you're not needing a ton of coverage, but you just want everything to look brightened and a little more illuminated and a little more hydrated, this is great just to tap. You can tap on your chin, tap it on your nose. I love this. It is $10 at Ulta. Highly, highly suggest this. I don't hear anyone talking about it, but it is a very gorgeous, gorgeous concealer. But it's definitely for a specific type of person that doesn't need a ton of coverage but really has dry under eyes, wants a little sheer coverage but something very illuminating. I love this. I don't even set this because I love the finish of it that much. I've been testing out two mascaras. The first one is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This is the second tube I bought. The first one was waterproof. It was very hard to get off, so I did just want to purchase the regular formula and try that out. I finished up the waterproof. This one is about halfway gone. I've had it for a little while. So something I'm noticing about this mascara, it is a really great mascara if you have very long eyelashes and you want length only. It doesn't add any volume, but it does coat every single lash. I like it because it's one of those plastic wands, very flexible. It gets every single lash coated. It does not poke my eyes. It is a very dark, long-lasting. It does not flake. It does not smudge. It's a really great formula. The only problem I'm having is it is so difficult to take off. I bought the waterproof and it was difficult to take off, which I understand because I buy waterproof so that it'll last forever. I can definitely justify when a waterproof mascara is hard to get off. That is the entire point. But when a regular mascara is so difficult to get off, I never feel like I get all of it off. I've never had this issue with my makeup remover. My makeup remover has always been able to get all of the mascara off. And I find also it leaves a ton of little kind of gunky little balls, just tiny little ones in my sink. They're all along the edge as I'm washing it off, so it fills up my sink with these little tiny bit of residue balls, and then I can't get it off my lids. I can't get it off my face. I wake up every morning with a little bit of smudge, and I double cleanse every time. I use my makeup remover balm, and then I use a cleanser, and I really, really work at getting all my makeup off. I never want to sleep with makeup on. I can't get this mascara all the way off. I don't know why. It is so strange. The formula is really great, but because I do have such a hard time getting this off, I have moved away from it because I want mascara that, yes, lasts and doesn't flake and doesn't smudge. That's great. But if I cannot get it off and I am ruining my eyelashes or pulling my eyelashes out trying to get it all off, I don't want it. So I work really hard and I spend a lot of money on growing my eyelashes with a lash serum. I do not want my mascara so difficult that I am just rubbing my eyes and ruining my eyelashes. So I did move on from this one and I did purchase a new one. Purchase the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara. I have heard incredible things about this. I really love the component. I think it's beautiful. It's kind of like a flat oval a little bit. So the first time I applied this, I noticed the scent right off the bat. It is so scented. It's very strong, floral, old granny, baby powder type smell. I hate it. I hate the smell. If this scent only lasted while I applied it and then after it dried it went away, it would be fine, but it lingers all day. That's all I smell all day long is this very heavy, floral scent. I have no idea why they would put any type of scent in their mascara. I hate it. The formula seems nice. I liked how it looked on my lashes. I've only used it twice because I can't stand the scent. It almost makes me nauseous because it is so heavily fragranced. I have no idea why it's fragranced. If you hate fragrance, steer clear from this mascara. It is not worth it for the scent. It is too much. It gives me a headache. I don't even know if I like the formula or if the product works very well because I can't get past the scent. An eyeliner that I've been trying, this is the Chic, let's see, Line, Sharpen, and Smudge Eye Pencil. I don't use a ton of black eyeliners, but I did try this when I was looking for a black eyeliner one day for a look, and I tried this one out. It is extremely smudgy. It doesn't ever dry down. Like, smudgy is okay if I can smudge it out and then it dries and then it doesn't budge, but this definitely moves around all day long. I had it under my eyes. I did not apply it there. I had it in my inner corner. I don't like liners that just migrate all over my face during the day, so I would definitely suggest steer clear from this one. It's not a great one. And my last couple products are two blushes that I purchased. Like I said, I am very picky about what I do purchase. I watch a lot of reviews and I normally try to purchase things I know I'm going to actually really like. So the first one is the Essence The Blush, and I have this in Bespoke. This is an incredible blush. It is a very neutral, nude, glowy, beautiful, sun-kissed blush. I love this. Here is a close-up of that blush. It might not look like much in the pan, but on the cheeks it looks so gorgeous. It looks like a beautiful little bit of sun-kissed glow on your cheeks. It blends out really well. It's not super pigmented, so you have time to build it up a little bit, but this is a really great blush. I love this, and I will probably purchase more of these blushes because the formula was really great and they're really inexpensive. So the blush I actually am wearing today is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. I know these are all over YouTube right now. These are incredible blushes. They're very silky and smooth. I have this in Caribbean, which is just a gorgeous kind of wine tone blush. I love this. I think I did put this in my 2020 favorites for blushes, but I wanted to talk about it again because it is just gorgeous. I will be purchasing other colors. This is just a fantastic cream to powder blush. I love it so much. It makes my cheeks look very poreless, very flawless, and just gorgeous. This is an absolutely fantastic cream to powder blush from the drugstore. I would definitely suggest these ones. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I definitely want to continue making these product roundups because I want to let you know about the good, the bad, and the fantastic. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and I will catch you on the next one. Bye guys.